a disgrace shake of the head.
You do you, man.
ACC is going to be one of the most fun conferences to watch in college football this year. I am quite positive of that. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start with the teams that we think have a real chance at making some noise? Or do you want to go through alphabetically and just give our thoughts, rundown, etc. of the teams? Because last week we started with the top 3 contenders and then went alphabetically. There's a lot more quality in the ACC than there is Big 12. So how do you guys want to jump into this?
Worst to best, I guess.
Worst to best, in my opinion. Okay. So the worst team, in my opinion, in the ACC is Louisville. I think that they are a horrible. They're a horrible team. I'm not gonna mince words. I'm pulling up their schedule right now because I'm pretty confident that they're going to go winless in conference play. And they play against some real shit. So
it's like last year.
Yeah. They're bad. They're not. They start this season at home against Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a fucking 20-point favorite.
Makes sense.
Then they play Eastern Kentucky. They play Western Kentucky. And then they're going to get their asses kicked by Florida State, Boston College, Wake Forest, Clemson, Virginia, Miami, NC State, Louisville, Syracuse, and then Kentucky. So, I see 2 wins tops for Louisville. Because Tony actually tweeted at him.
Oh, you thought I was fucking joking? Absolutely not.
Would you ever consider changing your number to 47? I only ask because we think AK-47 would be a pretty badass nickname. Hashtag asking for a friend. That's great. Tony, thank you for that so much.
I don't know. Hey, depending on how... Some dude tweeted at Darius Slay and had him come to his graduation. I'm just hoping for an answer.
He's not going to answer. If you look at his recent tweets, I peep everything. I'm not saying nothing, though. And then my sister won't let me delete my social media, so I'm still here.
That's fair.
I hope he reads it and private messages us and yo, guys, thank you for caring enough to reach out to me. But what the fuck is a damn Tony?
If anything, hopefully he clicks that.
Yeah. What's that? We're being followed by Alvin Kamara.
That would be fantastic.
That would be the absolute best.
That would be, unless we get a response, that would top the Ron Jeremy.
Right. Yeah, no. Being retweeted by Ron Jeremy is the highlight of our podcast existence.
I will take it.
Oh, man. Anyways, so Louisville, I don't even know. The fall from grace when Lamar Jackson left is just fucking astonishing. Because usually when a star player, I'm over here saying, Penn State's going to have a bad season. I'm expecting them to go fucking 8-4. That's a bad season for Penn State, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, I was doing the tweet. Who are we talking about having a bad season?
Well, Louisville.
Garbage. May not win a game.
Well, they've got 2 wins, I'm sure. Western and Eastern Kentucky.
Nope.
Questionable.
They're definitely going to beat Eastern Kentucky. Maybe Western Kentucky can give them a run for the money.
I think that Western Kentucky could beat them. Eastern Kentucky...
They're a bad FCS team.
I don't know. I have a problem with teams that have directions in their fucking name. Like north, south, east, west. Something about that always, I hear them and I'm like, you just may not be as good.
Does that count for teams that are named for states that they're in, like North Carolina?
No, that's a different argument.
But Eastern
You're
Washington.
after the state. If your state doesn't have a direction in it, but your team or school does, I question your ability to play the sport.
What about Coastal Carolina?
It's like USC.
Yeah, how
Southern
good have they
California.
been in anything other than baseball?
They have only been in FBS for 2 years. They need at least 3 more before they can really make any noise.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
Uh,
I'm still no.
all right.
Still no.
Yeah, so they might legitimately go, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They might go 2-10 this season. Legitimately.
Oh, 12's getting thrown out.
Who's gonna,
That's fucking hilarious. This umpire's already not having it.
who's number 12 for the Red Sox?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you.
Oh, I just saw the F word.
Oh, definitely.
Just saw the F word.
Have you ever listened to like?
Shocker.
Have you ever listened to refs or umpires or specifically hockey like referees when they're mic'd up? The shit that they hear and the shit that they get back to the people is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, number 12, he's gone.
Oh yeah, no. See you later.
Yeah.
Cora get tossed?
I don't know.
Core's not getting tossed yet, but he had some choice words about it.
Who is number 12 for the Boston Red Sox?
Oh, I understand. That's a little low.
For the
Although
Red
he,
Sox, number 12 is Brock Holt.
I
Who
thought
the-
it was Brock Holt.
Who the
especially
fuck is
with the
Brock
hair.
Holt?
White dude.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, that's, well, there you go. That's,
Like so we're
That's old.
sports goggles.
I mean, that makes, it
he's
makes sense.
got that really blonde, poofy hair. When he took his helmet off and the glasses, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who that is.
That makes sense. A white guy in
Although,
Boston.
I mean, he is a solid player. I mean, he was 2 for 1 before he got ejected. So,
Is he related to Torrey Holt?
I don't know. Doubtful.
I mean, different skin color, but who knows?
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. Anyways.
You never know.
You never know how big somebody's family is.
Anyways, so yeah, Louisville, my opinion, worst team in the ACC. Anyone disagree?
Not really.
full agreement. You know, they were being floated by Lamar Jackson, and they're going to be just a dumpster fire.
I think we can agree that they're definitely finishing dead last in the ACC entirely.
Athlon Sports predicts them to go 4-8 overall. That's generous.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they think that they can win a game against somebody in the conference that's also pretty bad, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it. I think they are legitimately the worst team in the ACC, quite possibly a bottom 10 team in all of college football.
Yeah, as far as you're talking about the Big Five.
No.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I mean, Dan's right. I mean, they lived off of Lamar Jackson for so long, and they don't.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
No, there's
I'm
not.
looking at their stats from last year. They were 109th in total yards, 122nd in points scored on offense, 122nd in total yards, 128th in total yards.
Just to put this in perspective, there are 130 teams in FBS.
Yeah. They are awful.
And you got to.
So bad.
I mean, you also have to add into the fact that they have a new coach now. And like we said last week with the Big 12, when it comes to college coaching, you have to give them at least to their first full recruiting class to fully understand what you have.
Well, till their recruiting class is an upperclassman. That's the way I look at it. Once their recruits are juniors, that's when you can really start judging them.
Okay,
Yeah, are we showing improvement? You know, what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses as far as recruitment and as far as player development?
Right.
I mean, the coach that they got, my understanding, was from Appalachian State. And
Good pickup.
he has a reputation of getting the most out of his players in building a program. And that's, quite frankly, what Louisville needs now. But if you are a fan of Louisville, don't hold your breath, because it's going to take 4 or 5 years at minimum before you start seeing any sort of real contribution on the field.
I sent you guys a photo. I found Syracuse, Louisville, Syracuse at Louisville game tickets for $2.
Yep, it has nothing to do with Syracuse playing. Nobody wants to go see Louisville.
$2.
At the Dome?
No, it's in Louisville.
Oh.
You can't even get UAlbany tickets for less than $12. Any of the games.
I mean, maybe Louisville fans are aware and are just like not buying any tickets for this season, so they're starting to get desperate.
Well, Louisville.
I mean, you would at least get a couple of dumb people thinking they were buying basketball game tickets.
No, I'm pretty sure Louisville is one of those schools where they make their money off of the ACC network and not necessarily in-game.
Well, let's be real. Most
It's
teams
students.
make their money off of network TV deals.
Their target audience for the home games are their students who are going to spend money on concessions. Because they just, aren't... I can't name very many Louisville alumni that would be donating money to Louisville's football program.
No, I mean, and that's just not, Louisville isn't a football school. It's just not. They may have a star every once in a while, but it just seems to me no matter how hard they try, they're never going to be a football school. That's not their
Football is
shtick.
their third best sport.
But it's not their shtick. It's not, and I don't think it'll ever be.
No,
So-
they might take baseball over,
Maybe.
but
yeah,
they're not supplanting basketball.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really. I mean, maybe this coach can turn it around. Maybe he can get some more recruits. Maybe they can contend for ACC titles down the line. But it's not really their MO. So
How bad do I think this Louisville team is? If you ask me to place money on a game between Louisville and Kansas, I'm taking Kansas
ouch.
easily.
All right, that's fair.
I can't say I really disagree. I think Kansas is also awful.
I think Kansas would whip their asses.
I actually think that would be a sloppily, super entertaining game to watch.
I would pay money for it. Like if I had money to pay, I'd watch it. Especially if they both were winless. Oh shit! If they were both winless going into the game, yep.
Sometimes I love games that you just know that what you're gonna walk into is just gonna be absolute hot garbage, and it will entertain the shit out of me.
Used to be Raiders Chiefs years ago.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is. It's just those games. Like there's so much unpredictability to it that I'm like, this is gonna be fun.
I don't think there's been very many college football games where I've been like, nah, I'm not interested in watching that. You could be like, hey, you want to watch Central Michigan versus Marshall? Fuck yes, I do. Fuck yes, I do.
Yeah, but you're a different breed. You're the guy staying up to watch games that are going
Tulane,
off.
Toledo, my favorite game I've ever watched. Tulane was up on Toledo, 41-7 at the half. Toledo came back and won 56-51.
That's fantastic.
And
Fucking
you
awesome.
watched that whole game?
What?
I said you watched that whole game? Because I think I would have stopped at halftime.
I picked it up in the second quarter because I was coming home from like a choir concert or something in high school and caught the game. And I was like, well, there's nothing better on. And then at halftime, I went and made nachos or some shit. I come back and watch the game, and very first play was a kickoff return for a touchdown, and then they forced a fumble. 2 plays later was a touchdown. I don't remember much more after that. But
That's quite a swing.
yeah.
Let's stop talking about Louisville.
Yeah, so...
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Done.
So, who is the next worst team?
We're
Because
still talking Atlantic?
yeah, ACC. Well, either division. I was just going to go worst to best, not by division. I was just going to go worst to best.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Atlantic. Okay. Yes, Louisville is still the worst overall. After that,
Do you want to do it by division, or do you want to just go worst to first?
it might be easier if we go by division, just because there's there's a lot of bad teams and a few real good teams, and then there's a bunch of in the middle. And I feel like that's a little easier to separate when